he's got a different format, what you've had in the past. You got a different spotter. I think he's just trying to, you know, get as comfortable as you can here in these practice sessions.
Oh, Chase Elliott at the wall.
Whoa, no, here we go.
Kevin Harvick.
Chase Elliott, Ryan Newman, Denny Hamlin, and Kevin Harvick.
Guys, the thing about Denny Hamlin, he's the one Toyota driver that left his teammates. They went to the garage. He went out there and got in this big pack.
And he might have the most damage of any of these cars, other than maybe the 9 of Chase Elliott.
So the first thing that happens here is Chase Elliott's green number 9 gets caught in the middle and starts going backwards.
You can see the 10 of Almirola gets the inside.
21's got a run on the
run,
outside.
yeah.
But here comes the 6, and that's going to try to close that hole up. The 9 tried to move up in front of the 6, and just no room.
Yeah, love to hear the spotter on that one with Eddie DeHunt, the spotter for the 9 of Chase Elliott, because that 6 was coming with a lot of speed.
I'm not sure the 4 ever hit anything. It looked like it was a roof flap.
Yeah, you can see Chase just comes up thinking that he could fill that hole, and that hole was not there.
Nope. I think Harvick.
I think he might have got tipped by Hamlin.
And you can see
turned, but we'll see.
You can see right there, Hamlin nosed in with the right front. Heavy damage to the 11 FedEx Toyota.
Yeah, Newman's and Harvick's car look pretty undamaged.
I think so. And of course, all the, you know, Hamlin's teammates are saying, why did you stay out there?
Boy, Logano just missed getting into Ryan Newman.
I know that looks minor. It looks like he just kissed the wall a little bit, but it tears those cars all to pieces. That nose is knocked all the way over the right front tire.
Now let's go to the garage and Vince.
Well, you saw the significant damage on the 11 of Denny Hamlin, and Hamlin had commented that when he gets in the pack, the car gets loose. Now, granted, he was not the one that started that entire incident, but I think that's something that everybody's dealing with. When you get in the pack, the handling of those cars changes significantly. As Hamlin noted, it was mighty loose as he was in the pack, and you see the damage done to that 11.
You know, guys, one thing that's different from a year ago is these cars have a front pan under it that they can run now. Creates a lot more front downforce that can make the car looser in traffic.
4 cars in clash practice pile up off turn 2. Continues to survey the damage on his number 4 Mustang before they bring it back to the garage area. You see he got off in the grass, and those front splitters do not like turf, not one little bit.
Yeah, he hit somebody in the rear end too. I think that.
And look at that hood buckle. That's just from the amount of air moving underneath that hood and buckling the hood. And that hood's all carbon fiber now, so you can't get the shape back in that hood. That'll definitely be a new hood. It's just whether or not. I think that's what he's trying to find out is this a backup car?
Yeah, you'll see him running the back of somebody. I don't know who it was.
Let's keep an eye on the 9, the green car. Chase Elliott up at the front here.
So this is going into turn 1. You can see the 10 of Almirola goes to the bottom. The 9 starts to go down to protect that. It just doesn't get there in time. Now the freight train comes. You see the 21, Paul Menard, come to the outside. And right here, just looks like Chase, I don't think he got loose. I think he just thought that he could get up behind that 21. The 6 was coming of Ryan Newman. You can see right there, he thinks about getting to the bottom, realizes that the 10's coming in a lot of momentum. Yeah, they didn't touch much. That left front fender of the 6 of Ryan Newman to the right rear of the 9 of Chase Elliott. Didn't take a lot.
He asked about the damage of on the 4 of Hamlin. Looked like he got into the back of Denny Hamlin.
He did.
The 4 of Harvick got into Hamlin.
He kind of bumped him.
Yeah, there just wasn't a hole there, was there?
Nope.
And look at Joey Logano just squeezed through there. Oh, and the 41 of Suarez. Right now, Denny Hamlin and that 11 team are kicking themselves for not staying with the plan.
One of those is Chase Elliott, going to have to go to the backup car for the clash. And I know you're curious to see the replay on this, but what did it feel like for you in that situation?
Yeah, I don't really know. I know Eric and I were trying to get up to speed, and he got to the bottom. And I thought, all right, well, I'll go to the bottom. Well, that hole closed up. So I was just going to kind of ride it out in the middle and fall to the back. And then, yeah, I guess the 6th. I don't know if I crowded him up or I kind of went up as he was coming down. Kind of hard to tell, but knew I got hit in the right rear and felt bad. If it was my fault, I apologize. Yeah, it looks like I crowded him, so certainly not a good way to start. Not a good way to start the week. Hopefully, we won't tear anything else up, and we'll get ready to go. For the race tomorrow.
In general, how was it in the pack? How was the cars handling?
Yeah, I mean, it's real similar to what it's been the past few times at the plate races. Just hate to tear stuff up. First practice of the week, so certainly feel bad, and we'll go to work, try to get things fixed, and get ready to race tomorrow, like I said, and try not to wreck anything else. So we'll go from there.
Thanks, Chase.
Alan Gustafson, I think that's Ron Malik with him looking things over there.
Yeah, I saw Ron Malik yesterday. He's planning to be here through the weekend, but not be here for the Daytona 500. And, those of you that know that name, Ron Malik, longtime car chief with Jimmy Johnson and Chad Knaus on that 48 team.
So let's talk about why Kevin Harvick and Ryan Newman are still out there. I believe they've tried to give them a choice of wrecker or rollback to bring those cars back to the garage, Larry.
Well, it's almost pick your poison, but I would say the wrecker would do less damage. The irony of what we're seeing here, Mike, NASCAR gave teams an option in 2019 of having a small nylon toe strap installed in the center of the front bumper and the center of the rear bumper for situations just like this. I did not find any teams as of now that's opted to put that toe strap. This would have paid huge dividends for this 4 car and that 6 car right there. But yeah, the rollback, we saw what the grass did to the splitter of Denny Hamlin's 11 car. That rollback could do the same damage in Matt Yoakum's actually with Denny Hamlin.
And Denny Hamlin has left the infield care center. And much like a situation on I-77, just an innocent victim hit from behind.
Yeah, it's part of it. I think a couple cars were merging right there into some other cars, and someone's probably trying to use that as an opportunity to make a move. So really couldn't, I don't even know, what started. Last I saw was the 6 was kind of crossing over my nose there, and I felt the tag from somebody behind us. So just part of it. This is what practice is for, is to kind of, feel your car out and feel things you need to work on. And obviously the few laps I got to run right there in the pack, there's some things that, some feedback that we need to adjust for our handling.
What was the biggest thing you took away that you guys need to work on?
Well, just working on drivability just a little bit. Everything seemed fine as far as the speed in the car, especially with the 4-car pack that we had. But just need to work a little bit, being able to have a car secure enough to make moves, but also have it to where you don't slow it up so much in the draft.
All right, thanks, Danny.
All right, thanks.
All drivers have been checked and released.
The 6 and the 4, that's a couple of Mustangs. May not have a lot of cars. They may want to take care of that, see if least amount of damage possible.
If I backtrack to Wednesday during Kevin's radio show on SiriusXM Happy Hours, his young son Keelan presented him with a 4-leaf clover he found on the playground at school. So good luck already going your way with that instinct.
Yeah, I guess it's all in how you look at it. But our Busch Beer Ford was running fine and just kind of trying to be careful in the back up there. And I don't know what happened in the middle. And I hit the car in front of me, the 11, and I got on the brakes hard, and it started wheel hopping and went to the left, and then just blew the hood off. And as it slid, when the motor died, I'm like, oh man, I hope Newman doesn't come back up here. But the right front tire was flat and dug into the mud, and they're probably mad, but I didn't want them to haul the car back because they would have had to have lifted it up and tore the whole back of the car off and caused a lot of unnecessary work for the guys. So I appreciate them helping us out. It saved us about $300,000.
Now, I will say this, you're an old school racer. You always worked on all your stuff growing up all through the years. You cut your hand trying to survey the damage. All good there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just a little cut.
Barely even a Band-Aid needed. He's good to go.
What I heard out of that,
Mike, a great lobbying effort by both Harvick and Newman to get NASCAR to allow them to change the tires, as we've well documented, to get those cars back so they wouldn't have that much damage. But you were riding along, and when you saw the 9 starting to inch up, were you going, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know if he was trying to start a block and obviously tried to finish a block. But either way, it was he kind of filled a hole that really wasn't there, and that started the mess. And yeah, that wasn't there, and you know, the end result was that. So it was unfortunate for our Wyndham Rewards Ford, and I commend NASCAR for allowing us to go back and change the tires, because there really wasn't that much wrong with it. If we'd have towed them back or flatbedded them back, they would have been tore up a lot worse. So it took a little bit of political effort, but we got it handled.
I think they should run for office.
No.